What's up, guys? Day number 48 here. We are back for the bird. It's time to go. Let's get into it. Let's get a 10-minute game. 1922, 578 points to go. Still a long way. Still a long way to go. We're gonna make moves though. F4, D5, knight F3, E3, E6, bishop G4, we just play H3 here. Happily collect the bishop. No bishop, no bishop, no bishop. No bishop, no bishop. We'll play B3 here. Can't trap the bishop in just yet. Probably should play G4 though. Yeah, it's better to play G4, bishop G6, D3. This is another very nice position here. What we're doing pretty much is we're waiting him out. He's going to castle at some point, and when he does castle, we're going to be able to steamroll him with knight E5, H4, and H5. This already looks like a disaster. I would bet already that white is significantly better here. Okay, we'll play knight F3, reinforce this. Takes, takes. We could have also taken with F pawn. Well, that just drops a pawn. Drops a big not a big mango, sorry. He dropped the apple there. Didn't drop the mango, dropped the apple. Oh, he has a check? I didn't see that. I didn't see that, but fortunately for us, we are still much better. King is completely safe here on D2, and that has not changed the fact that we're up an apple. A4? Is A4 the idea? B5. He's just going gung-ho. He's going gung-ho trying to win. I don't think it's going to work though. Let's play, should we play A4 or not? I don't think we have to. I'm wondering where this bishop should go. Bishop G2 prepares E4, but I don't think we should be playing for E4 that soon. Let's play bishop E2. King is completely safe here at the moment. I'm waiting for him to break things open. I'm sensing that he's going to misplay this somehow. We're going to play bishop C3 here. I want to play B4. C5, yeah, he's playing a bit too recklessly. He doesn't like the fact that he dropped the apple, but in doing so, he's dropping a lot more. Now, there's a very simple plan for us, actually. We're just going to play rook B1 and try to invade. His position is very tough. At some point, I should think about playing F5, but it's tricky to do, though, right? Because F5... Yeah, F5 is tricky. We take? Take? No, he takes that way. Doesn't work yet. F5 is a cheesy move. Let's play rook F1. Playing for F5. F5 is going to really wall the bishop out. Yeah, his king has nowhere safe to go now. I hope he realizes that. Queen H5, huge threat. You do not park your bishop on H4. I talk about this a lot. I talk about this in my course. Bishops are literally on their worst square on the rook 5 positions, because they're very vulnerable and they only have one diagonal to retreat. And with that being said, there are only 4 words left that need to be stated. It's time to go.
It's time to go!
It's time to go. Let's get moving. Let's get going. All right. I'm expecting a resignation here, because it's time to go. 1922. I like F5. I like F5 a lot. F5 doesn't actually do anything though. Let's just play rook G1. Threatening to take and bishop H5. This is getting bad. Rook G8 is mate. Rook G8 is mate. Takes, queen takes. All right, that also can't be good. Let's check. Gets a piece, but I don't think that's going to be enough, sir. Let's play rook H7. I really love bullying the bishops. Huge fan of bullying the bishops. Let's just keep bullying the bishop. It's the old bullying the bishop hour. Bishop F5, and then we're just going to push this pawn. Bishop has finally found stability. Unfortunately though, he's still down a rook. Nice. 1929. Let's get to 1950. Let's get to 1950. It's time to go. E4. Let's play knight f6 again. Have yet to find anyone who's been playing correctly against the Alekhine. Most people overextend. Most people really quickly jump the gun and just overextend. The exception to that is GMs. I've been trying the Alekhine against GMs and it has not been going well. I got completely wrecked by GM Joey a few nights ago. I tried the Alekhine and it was not a success. Takes, so from what I remember, C takes is possible, E takes is also possible, but yeah, E takes just looks like an ugly Petrov. We're gonna go C takes. We're gonna let the pot simmer. You gotta let the pot cook. Gotta let the pot cook, because it's time to go. All right, this is a very normal Alekhine position. People are playing theory now. People really know what they're doing. We're playing some serious players. These are some top-notch players. Some cream of the crop players. Some creme de la creme players. It's time to go. This guy's from Britain. Maybe he recognizes Claude. Maybe he recognizes our boy Claude. All right. Yeah, from what I remember, we can play knight c6. The idea here is I'm going to play bishop g4 at some point, and that's going to threaten to take and then win this pawn here on c4, because his bishop is actually a bit overextended here. Yeah, these positions are very interesting. Knight d2, on the other hand, I think I could play e5, because then his control over the d4 square has been weakened. Yeah, knight bd2, I think e5, d5, knight d4. That looks quite good. It's time. What is h4? That's not a good move. Just bishop g4. Bishop tucks in perfectly after h4. Knight c3, let's just take. Win the pawn. Very ugly position now. G takes has been made even worse by this h-pawn push. I think he sees the writing on the wall. He knows that it's time to go. e5, let's attack this pawn. Also dig out some dark squares for this knight to access. Beautiful position now. I do get a weakness on the d file, but I think it's well worth it to get my queen some access to this king side. Also, my knight is going to come to a perfect square. c4 is going to be under pressure. There's a lot of threats now. Bishop g5, I would happily play bishop f6. Yeah, bishop g5, bishop f6. Well, there. Let's start with queen h4. I'm going for checkmate. I would bet this guy is going to report me for cheating. I'm playing very, very strong moves instantly. f4. f4 is a nice idea, but we're just going to take, win a pawn. I'm loving the Alekhine. I think at lower levels, the Alekhine is just literally like pure, like a pure samurai sword to cut through the opposition. Just bulldoze everyone with the Alekhine. No one knows what to do against it. My insight into it being good was the fact that I thought about it and I realized that I also don't know what to do against the Alekhine. When I play king pawn, I just really hope that my opponent is not going to play the Alekhine. Because if he does, I have no idea what to do. All right, we could take and then play check, and that would be good. That would definitely lead to an advantage. But I think best would be pawn takes. This is a disastrous position. An unmitigated disaster. There. We take on b2. Takes on b2, he plays queen b3. My knight is sort of trapped there. That's a wild position, though. I think that's going to work. I think... No. Wait, so yeah, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Let's start with queen e7, get the queen out of the way, because rook h1 was actually annoying there. Queen takes e3 might be possible. Knight takes is also possible. Bishop d4 will take on b2. Then, of course, with his bishop hanging on d4, he cannot play queen b3 in an effective manner. Man, I'm starving. I'm so hungry. I'm thinking about New York City, about those big plates I would get at the Hummus and Pita Company. It was this really cheesy chain. It's called Hummus and Pita Company. They're definitely not a sponsor of this channel. I'm about to roast them. Their food is really bland. It's awful, but they would just give you enormous portions. They would give you enormous portions of falafel and hummus. It was by far the worst hummus ever. It's really ironic that they called themselves the Hummus and Pita Company. I think it was that, or it was the Hummus and Pita Factory. One or the other, but regardless, like, you would expect them to at least be able to make some really good hummus, but no. Their hummus was awful. But you would get these enormous portions and just eat up, and especially when I was trying to be vegan, it was one of my go-tos. One of my living cheap go-tos. Definitely no offense to anyone out there who loves the Hummus and Pita Company. We can agree to disagree on the quality of their food. You're still a friend of the show. Yeah, to this day, I still get emails from the Hummus and Pita Company. They would have like these promotions, and the promotions would always work. They would keep me coming back to the Hummus and Pita Company. Yeah, I think their business model was, we'll load you up with literally like 4 scoops of hummus and give you a tiny bit of meat and a tiny bit of falafel. So it feels like you're eating a lot of food, but you're actually only getting a tiny bit of protein. I'm definitely going to be angering the Hummus and Pita Company with this rant. But yeah, right now, honestly, I would love some Hummus and Pita Company. I would relish. I would pay exorbitant amounts of money for one of those big plastic styrofoam trays. No, it wasn't styrofoam, but it was another really cheesy container of food. All right, I think we got a bird abort. And I think it's time to go. I think we gotta move. I think we gotta get going. I'm so hungry. I'm starving. Yeah, the speedrun is gonna take forever now. The speedrun is literally gonna take so long. The speedrun's gonna take an enormous amount of time. It's really time to go. Queen c2, all right. Just take on e3. The game should be over. Queen takes e3 is a beautiful move. I'm definitely getting reported for that move, though. The fact that I played that move instantly, we're definitely getting reported for that one. Knight d5 looks like it tries. Oh, knight d5 actually comes with a lot of threats. Knight d5, I could play queen d4, but then knight e7, king h7, rook h1, and there's almost mate there. Is there mate, though? I don't think there's mate. I don't think there's mate in that position. Queen e6 also could work. Yeah, wait, what am I talking about? Queen e6, queen c4, queen g4, king h2. There we have something like rook c8. I think, honestly, wait, let me just calculate this out. Queen d4, knight e7, king h7, rook h1, bishop h6. Are there any tricks in that position? Is there a ghost of a trick in that position? I guess after queen d4, they have rook d1. Wait, why am I... Oh, no, the knight is attacking my queen. I was going to say, why am I even trying to move my queen? I have this move. No, wait, rook c8 doesn't work. He takes this way, and then knight takes, he's getting a piece. This is some really cheesy stuff. Let's just play queen e6. I think after queen d4, I wasn't able to hold on to the knight anyway. There would be rook d1. Takes, we can play queen g4, and I would assume it's still very good. Maybe bishop b2 is the best way. Yeah, bishop b2 is the best way to handle this. I'm thinking about hitting him with the pre-move of doom. Bishop b2 is a very demoralizing pre-move. He's down to 1:30, so I think the game is more or less over here. Knight c7, all right. We'll throw in a check. I really want to just activate my bishop, right? We want to play bishop e5. The idea is takes, I'm clearing the h-file. We're going to get our king to g7 and rook to h8. We're going for that expeditious checkmate. I could have also taken on f4. Wait, yeah, why didn't... Taking on f4 is much simpler. Takes on f4, and then we just bring the queen back, hit him with bishop e5, and that's the end of the game. Here, king g7. Rook h8 is over. It's time to go. Knight e6. All right, that's mate. Nice. Let's get one more game. D's Knights Cavalry. That's a funny name. All right, knight c3. They could play the weirdest type of Grünfeld ever with d5. Really cool Grünfeld. A super cool Grünfeld. D5 takes, knight takes, and there we can gambit the pawn with E4. All right, this is a wild position. If he takes, we go for the endgame, and we're much better here. Much better in this position. It's in my course. This is in my course. Bishop E3. The idea is this endgame is fantastic for several reasons. First of all, we have a much better pawn center. King is going to sit really comfortably on the nook on C2. Also, it looks like his bishop might be developed, but actually it's not really the case because the bishop is biting on granite here. These pawns completely dominate the bishop. They also completely dominate this knight. Yeah, E5 is a good idea. He has to try E5. Let's play bishop C4. Just pin this pawn. I'm not letting him build the powder keg with F5. Takes, we'll take with the bishop. I think I have enough pressure on C7 to justify this. Bishop G4. Bishop G4 is interesting. We could play bishop D5. Bishop D5 looks really nice. A lot of pressure on the knight here. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. I'm gonna dive into this bag of Tostitos soon enough. I got a bag of Tostitos in the kitchen. I literally took a mental inventory while I was waiting for my last opponent to move to think about what food I have in the kitchen. Let's play H3. We welcome a capture. All right, this is looking perfect. F5 would also be quite nice. Lots of discomfort here at the moment. Great position here. We take. We could definitely take, but I'm not sure if there's... Is there any need for that right now? Let's play rook d1, just continue letting the pot simmer. His knight still cannot move. This is such an uncomfortable, like, I don't know, diagonal. I don't know even what you would call that. Technically a skewer? Yeah, technically it is a skewer. It's an espetinho. B4, all right, let's play F5 here. Perfect position. I did not want to let this bishop expand. It takes, pawn takes, our bishop is going to sit really neatly on E4. Didn't have to go for this. I'm sure there were several other wins here. Another idea was takes F4 and E5. That would have also been good. I'm a dominating man, though, in terms of my chess style. This just keeps the bishop locked in. Very ugly position now for him. Let's play bishop G5. More discomfort here. F6 is going to lock the bishop in even further. At the same time, though, I think that's what they have to go for because otherwise F6 is going to come. All right, now we move the bishop back. The joke is on him. Bishop is completely dead here. Just going to throw this pawn up the board. Bishop E4, knight is dominated. Did not want to let this knight take on F5. C6, bishop C5. Yeah, there's enormous pressure here still. There's a really simple threat in this position. Yeah, takes, I think he's just dead lost here. These knight's cavalry is going down. Rook E8, I just take. I just take, and rook D8, and he's going to have to drop a bishop. It's time to go. It's over. It's over, D's knights. These knights are about to see D's wins. These knights. All right, how much more time we got? We got time for at least a few more games. Yo, this is the guy I played the collab with. I played the collab with this guy, Ryan PWO. He's in ROM Chess League. Let me just double check. Maybe I'm misremembering. I must be maybe I'm misremembering. From what I remember, this is the guy I did the collaboration with. I'm gonna just play a normal setup here. Bishop F5, E6, get the triangle set up. I'm so hungry. I just want to win this game, get above 1950, and then have my meal. I'm starving. I'm gonna castle here. All right, Queen E7. A3, let's play H6. I can wait him out as long as he tries to wait me out. B4, I'm not even sure what that's doing though. Like the whole idea here is if he plays B5, I'm not sure if his pieces are really poised to take advantage of that at all. I'm just going to continue waiting him out here. I'm going to play rook C8. I wonder if he's filming this for his YouTube. That would be so funny. If he's filming it for my YouTube, maybe I could make another collab. Because I'd be able to literally just download his video and upload it. Let's put the bishop on b8. I'm going to play queen d6. This gets hell of annoying for them. They really don't like when I build the battery like that. For the moment, though, no, he could play knight e5. It wouldn't do anything yet. Would not do anything yet. Yeah, what's happening here? Let's play rook d8. I'm just continuing to wait. I can wait all day, pal. Do something. Make a move. Worse, like it's looking better and better. It's looking like a riper and riper moment to play e5. Should we go for it? I think it's the moment. I think the time is right. Yeah, let's go for e5. Takes, I have e4. Takes, takes. This is looking very good, though. Yeah. I think he's going to trade, play knight f3, but then I can install my queen on b2. It's not that comfortable. Knight f3, I'll play queen b2. I'm holding it there. We're waiting for the pre-move. Queen b3 might be a better move. Objectively speaking, queen b3 might be a much better move. Yeah, queen b3, I'm not even sure I'm better in that position. Queen b3, I don't know even what I would do. Knight f3, well, now we play queen b2. Now he's in trouble. This is the really interesting thing, you know, sometimes people look at these positions and they think the queen is going to get trapped. It all depends on the relative activity of the pieces. My bishop is slicing through here. I have no need to ever worry about my queen in this position. Queen a3 is going to slam down like a sledgehammer. Queen a4, I can take on c4, and whatever he takes back with, I have a fork. And yeah, this queen sits perfectly because of the conjunction with the bishop. All right, we're taking. Queen takes a7, I have b5, building a nice pawn tree. Bishop has been kept dominated. A very uncomfortable position for him. I think he has to take here. No other move in this position. Knight d4. Knight d4 is interesting. This guy is trying to be a bit cheesy. I could start with b5. Wait, why not? No, so takes. I was thinking about takes on d4 and then b5. I don't know. I don't really think it works. Let's start with b5. Force the queen around. I'll drop the bishop back to g6. He'll take this pawn. I play bishop g6. No, actually we should play bishop e4 first. I like this. Maintaining the c pawn. I'm trying to elicit f3. As long as I keep my bishop on this diagonal, my queen is never going to get trapped. These are the two classic squares to try to trap my queen. Bishop is always going to cover those. And if I really have to, I can always chop through with the rook takes d4 at the proper moment. Bishop f3. We take rook c2. Ooh, things are getting intense here. Takes rook c2. Can I play rook a8 there? No, he takes. This is looking really spicy. Takes rook c2. Takes. I'm down a queen for a rook and knight at the moment, but if I play bishop e4, I'm going to quickly play rook a8. I have enormous play there, but I'm not sure if it's better. Bishop f3 is a really spicy move. Kudos to this guy. Playing some very good chess at the moment. If I play c5, c5 is interesting, right? Because c5 knight takes b5, then I take and I ruin his structure. If he takes, c5 takes. Does that do anything though? No, takes. It still doesn't do anything. Takes, rook c2, takes, bishop e4, knight d4. Knight d4, I have rook a8. That sort of makes sense. I don't know. I really don't know. This position is wild, honestly. Wait, why don't I just play rook a8? What have I been thinking about all this time? Just rook a8, just attack the queen. Now my queen can take on a3. This is a classic example of just what's called diagnosis here. Literally, just figure out what's wrong with this whole idea. Bishop f3 looks perfect except for the fact that rook c2 traps my queen. We're just going to kick the queen out first, and now my queen can always take on a3. Queen c7, I'm first going to throw in rook c8 to keep this pawn a bit better defended. Very uncomfortable position at the moment. Queen c7, maybe even rook takes d4. This is getting wild. This position is wild. Yeah, this position is actually bananas. Queen c7, queen c5. I think I have rook d5 here. No, rook d5, queen c6, rook d4. He takes on e4. That doesn't really work. Queen c5, let's take on f3. Asks him a very big question. If he takes with the knight, he's not going to be able to take on c6, doing so much damage. Here, should we take with the queen or the rook? Rook takes actually just discombobulates my rooks a bit. It's better to keep this rook defended. Let's take with the queen. Takes on b4. Actually, queen c6, queen a6 is best. Knight d4 looks interesting. Wait, why did I take there? Why didn't I just play knight e4? Knight e4 would have ended the game. That was so silly of me. Why didn't I play knight e4? Knight e4, queen takes f2. The game is just over there. That was silly. That was very silly. I'm playing very badly. I'm not up a pawn here? I thought I was up a pawn. I thought I was up a pawn in this position. I'm going to try to flag him, but I don't think I played this game particularly well, if I may say so myself. I could play knight e4. Yeah, honestly, with my knight and passed pawn, I still definitely have an advantage here, but this, I definitely misplayed this. I just lost track of the pawns. I didn't count the pawns. It's a classic mistake. Queen f5, we have queen g6. Queen e7, let's play rook e8. Attack the queen, keep the knight defended. Yeah, so now that I've stabilized everything, now is the time to go. Let's start, okay, well, queen a2 doesn't do anything yet. Queen a2 does not do anything yet. Let's attack this pawn here. Queen d6, attack the pawn. Rook b1, we're gonna play c3. Yeah, this position should be completely winning. Rook b1, c3, rook d1, we have c2, which is very cool. Takes, I just take the rook and make another queen. It's really time to go. Rook a1, I'll happily trade. Should we trade or play c3? Let's just take. Take the pawn, no tricks here. No tricks and no traps, no zips and no zaps. Knight is superb on e4, that's what gives me the winning position here. All right, can we play queen b2? I like queen b2. Idea is rook a7. We're going to play g5. Finally boot the queen out. Boutros Ghali style. All right, well, that doesn't do anything. We'll just play c3 here. He had to commit to activity with rook a7. I'm so hungry. Okay, here we could play c2. Knight d2 also probably works. Yeah, what is the plan here? Knight d2, attack the rook. c2, c1. This has to be over. Maybe as a last resort, he could try knight f5 and queen g4. It's going to take too long, though. It's time to go. It's already time to go. Knight f5, there. Well, we just take. It's still time to go. Nice. All right, 1953. We'll end things here. Thank you, everyone, for watching. It's been a pleasure. We'll be back tomorrow for day number 49. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye then.